winning in the Caribbean, for what little that's actually worth. Right now, though, I'm thinking that I need to get we need to go to war with Cuba. Because Havana gets us to Florida. And I think that's going to be rather quite important. Especially if we set up an airbase and everything else in Havana to support the infrastructure. So, it should work. Sink whatever we can. Alright. The enemy holds air superiority everywhere. If for whatever reason our fighters do not want to go up. Which blows. Boom. Hit a convoy. I'm just trying to cause them to have to use a little more, industry. Pressing on convoys every little bit I can will detract from their production. How long is it going to be until our forces arrive? About halfway. Okay. Well. We now have Nav Bomb 3. Good. We're still short 30,000 infantry equipment, but we do have a surplus of artillery, so that's something. Yeah, retool over to infantry, please. Just push. Go, go, go. Every extra gun we can get is better. We have enough artillery cannons, but yeah. We need to invade mainland USA. Not exactly an easy thing to do. We can do it, though. We can use Havana as our staging ground, launch our attack onto the southern U.S. coast, and hopefully put an end to this blasted conflict. Ooh, that sucked for them. Good. Darn. Like I said, we're causing them damage, and a lot of it, so it's not like their naval superiority is growing. God knows if I can get a hold of Cuba, then the Caribbean is my playground. Getting a hold of Cuba will be tricky, though, because we don't actually have enough intel right now in the Caribbean to launch an invasion. That's the part that's getting to me here. Is there anywhere else I can, base them out of and help out with? Do we have anywhere in Brazil that I can put troops down, maybe? Who knows? Alright, so, advanced centrometric radar. So, our radar is now max level. Good. That's going to be very helpful. Level 6 radar is giant. I mean... Hey, Venezuela. Give me an unfair share, I see. Alright. Available war goal, yep. Declare war, conquer. Basically, Cuba just joined the Allies, that's all. That's what I wanted, though. Okay. So yeah, no more... There's practically no neutrality left in the world, so... It's not bad. They tried to snap him back. It's too late, though. Come March, you will join the Axis, Portugal. You will join the freaking Axis. Am I clear? This took me like 5 years, but Portugal play has paid off. Welcome to fascism, Portugal. Enjoy your stay. Mm-hmm. 7 Cuban convoys, 5 Cuban convoys, 16 Cuban convoys. Ooh, wow. That was their entire army, wasn't it? And I just sunk like fucking 80% of it. 5 Cuban convoys, yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's their army they're trying to flee with. Like, they're trying to bring their army out of Cuba and to go fight. And I just sunk most of it. Thank Christ. We apparently don't have much air superiority, but what we do have is good enough. So. No. So, no one's willing to give me a strategic state right now. Rather unfortunate. Oh well. Anything I really need out here? Not really. Okay. Alright. Whew. They actually hunted us on that one. Either way, I keep knocking down British subs. Kamikazes work fine for that. Like... it's not like the British can produce anything anyway. Britain's total industrial score is 11. They have 2 whole production line, two whole fucking naval factories. Those subs are gone forever. It'll take them a year to build a new submarine at that rate. Yeah. All right. For a little more clear. There's still a British sub somewhere, but oh well. Don't have a choice, really. Alright, so our army. That's probably destroying all of our equipment, isn't it? It is. Okay, so God only knows. You guys. Hey, like, spread out a little bit, would you? Cool. You guys are gonna form a new group. Who's gonna stay in Sevilla here, and actually float your way over to Santo Domingo. Good luck. Don't die. Give our best general to him. And that's the last British sub. Good. Mexican transports. Yep. I mean, it'd kind of help if we had any soldiers in South America right now. But I don't care much for it. Yep. Good stuff. Yeah, Sub-Saharan Africa we apparently have supply issues at. There is still a British carrier fleet. And apparently they still have the resources to operate it somehow. We're not even really sure how, they just do. Like, they apparently have, yeah, and they're gonna catch us again. Once we're into the Caribbean, we're safe, but now we have 3 divisions. Yeah, if a British fleet wants to follow us into the Caribbean, they're more than fucking welcome. We'll crash so many planes into them it won't matter. That said, that does make the Trinidad base useful, I suppose. Because we should have more planes over here. Not in use right now. I say not in use, but you know. First off, you guys there. Second off, you guys are rebasing the Trinidad. Go. We're going to have them try and hold off here. That'll do. So, we lost a bunch of areas, or a bunch of troops here. Not ideal, but best we're going to get. Okay. Now, this invasion. You guys are going to want to go there. So the Caribbean's safe, hopefully. Hopefully that's enough to beat up the freaking goddamned Cubans. They sent most of their army out by transport, so with any luck. Hey, you guys rebased Trinidad? Good. The Demerara plane, go. Mission efficiency is terrible. Yeah. Because they lack range. That's... yeah. They do. That's the hard part. Alright. Well, either way, continue with preparations for the naval invasion. Like I said. At least try and snag a few there. Actually trying to get decent range. Not going to happen. We're going to need something else. We're going to need a Naval Bomber 3. Actually, range is going to be important as hell, isn't it? Well, its operation range is already apparently 1 million or something. Range 1k, yeah. Gonna need that. Got a reliability of 0%. Perfectly reasonable. Okay. Attack 5, reliability 5. I have to supersede a fair bit of equipment here and start actually getting a few of these produced. One production line of these ought to be good. It's not terrible. You should be able to produce at least 4 a day once that production line gets up to snuff. But even a few naval bombers can make a hell of a difference. It won't take us too long to get more air experience, I'd think. Alright, well, you're our best damn leader. Like, you give huge bonuses, no matter the fucking type of terrain. Is southern Cuba really a desert? Okay, the fact that most of Cuba isn't covered in jungles tells me that's not topographically correct. Or, not top. Well, what's the other one? The one for climate. Climatologically correct. Yes. %0% naval spirit, but require 50. Yeah. We're trying with that, but apparently for some reason my fighters don't really want to do anything. Port-au-Prince is up to level 5 airbase. Jesus. Alright. Yeah. Get to Caraco. You guys were based to Caraco as well. I'm going to move the 1,000 there then. And try and have them do whatever. Like I said, we don't actually have enough friggin' intel here. Because for whatever reason, our planes don't seem to want to actually try and fly. Lacking range to completely cover the area, yeah. Well. I mean, I could try building ships, I guess, or something. Alright. And you guys... Actually gonna rebase to Port-au-Prince. Fuck. No, you guys are staying in there. Yeah. You guys are in the Caribbean. Go. So, yeah. Why these guys aren't launching, I don't know. Like... strange. Well, this is a problem. Without my planes actually being willing to launch, I don't know if I can do this. Like, this might actually fail. Based on that fact alone. Apparently I might need ships. I never thought I would, but apparently I might need ships. Because the game's buggy. Well, I shouldn't call it buggy without knowing why they're not doing it, but I can't see any feasible reason that we have 0 active fighters at all the damn time. And literally 0 fighters are fighting right now. Is Kamikaze Strike taking priority? I think it is. Interesting. So Kamikaze Strike took priority, as it turns out. Well, there we are. We now have naval superiority over the Caribbean. That I believe you requested. We have 24% naval superiority. Yeah, now it's filled. Sink, sink. Now, like I said, it's pretty safe in the Caribbean. Like, there aren't any U.S. battle fleets or anything. There's also apparently no garrison in the Guantanamo ports. Interesting. And no garrison in southern Cuba. That'll make it an easy take. Alright. You guys march your way up there. You there. You there. Since we have no supplies here. The fuck? There's just 20 of them? I guess they just got off their boat. Or something. They would have had to, right? But this is bad. No, stop. Stop. Stop the attack, please. Oh, you're being attacked. Move into the port there. Alright, looks like we'll win out eventually there. We need to secure the freaking port. I'm trying to buy us enough time to do that. Alright. The port's secured. We have supplies at least. No. Here's an idea. I really don't want there to be a front line. I can command this personally. See? Alright. I mean, there is always the option that we nuke Cuba into submission at this point. Because I would say they've lost, what, 50% of the victory points? I don't know how much, 26%. They've lost. Yeah. And what's their base national unity? Or rather, do they have... So 20%. Yeah, we could make them surrender with enough nukes. Good to know. I've kept our options open for that. Random Cuban transports trying to get whatever the hell kind of troops they can out. And good news, we're sinking most of them. Done. Yeah. So, yeah, sure. Lose all your troops, whatever. We just need to push our way to Havana. Havana has the infrastructure we require. Or at least it will soon. Cuba's capitulated. Excellent. Mm-hmm. 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 And everyone, please meet our forward base for attacking the US of A. And start prepping and running ops over Florida coast and the East Coast. That's a fucking... The problem I have with this is a giant air region. No one will ever be effective. Oh well. I'm getting some naval bombers now. You know. Deploy from reserves. We're hopping a skip and a jump at this point, so. All right. No. I guess we'll just have to freaking one by one select you all. I don't know. I have no freaking clue. Well, I'm glad I think everyone got to Cuba, right? Yeah, good. Cool. Because Cuba, like I said, is going to be our best shot here. That said, there are 1,000 fighters too many here right now. So, you guys... heading back here. There we are. And that gives us air superiority over the Florida coast. Okay. And somewhere in here we should have those naval bombers. Good. You guys assigned to the Florida coast. Naval strike. I want any U.S. ships there found and destroyed. Now, with any luck, all this stuff will get built up pretty quick. So like I said, this is our spearhead. Unfortunately, they still have navies operating out here, which is proving tricky to deal with. Yeah, I'm more worried about how the hell to get the rest of the army across, right? Like, this is a lot of men. If I lose most of these, that's not good. But, oh well. Just gonna have to deal with it. So, come on, we need radar, we need air base, we need everything. Another level of air base is built, good. Like I said, Cuba, it's going to be important as all hell here. This port. Oh well, we've lost air superiority over Caribbean. Well, take it back, would you? And you two shouldn't be there. You two need to be in Cuba. There. There we go. And it'll give him 1,000 fighters just